Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our final episode of Healthy Ramadan 2022. In this episode, we have a special guest, Chef Yusuf Suleiman. He's the owner of a fine establishment and the head chef of Fired Up Grills in Masaki. I think that's our chef. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our show, Chef Yusuf. So, our show is about Healthy Ramadan 2022. So, we have been doing this in the past also, but this time I wanted to do something special for my viewers. And I wanted it to have a professional touch by a chef, like a professional chef that you are. So, according to you, this is our 8th special episode. And according to you, what is like the layout or the menu that people can, maybe prepare on Eid day? Like, we all have different preferences when it comes to Eid day. I'm sure, like, you must be having one of your own too.
Yes. So in most of the households, like everybody has a personal preference of what they would like to cook for the loved ones because it's a, it comes like twice in a year. So everybody, that's the time everybody gets together.
Yeah.
Family, friends, you bring everybody together. So everybody wants to cook the best dish that they can for as a meal,
Yeah.
as a feast for like the Eid occasion. And there are so many options that people have. People like to cook cultural, like as it's been going on, biryani. Some people prefer to make barbecue. Some people prefer to like just do a simple, like normal multi-cuisine dinner. Like so, it's actually a personal preference of how somebody wants to celebrate their Eid. But yeah, there is so many different ways that everybody can cook.
So for our viewers today and
Yes.
for this Eid special episode, what do you have in mind? What have you planned out?
We have healthy. We are trying to like, as we are doing this for a healthy, like nutritional purpose. So we are going to use healthy ingredients. So
Yes.
instead of like vegetable oil, we are going to use olive oil. We are going to try and see as much as what we can do as a cuisine, as a dish to be tasting perfect and to be healthy for everybody as
So
well.
I'm excited to know the menu. What is the menu?
So for starters, we have grilled chicken malai boti, which is going to be like marinated and then char grilled.
Okay.
And then for the main, we have in other words, mutton biryani, which is going to be slow cooked for almost an hour and a half to 2 hours, so that the meat tenderizes and melts like properly.
Yes.
And it also absorbs like the masalas and the spices properly into the dish. So when the food is like served, you can get all the aromas even before tasting the food. For dessert, we have shai korma, which is prepared by vermicelli, like milk,
Yes.
pistachios, almonds. So that's what we have planned for the menu.
So this might sound really unhealthy for the viewers. Like they must be thinking like, oh my God, there's like loads of calories. But of course that the concept of 80 and 20 comes in, that 80% of the time that we're eating healthy like we have been in Ramadan, like throughout you have been following the workouts, you have been eating right, you followed amazing recipes that we've shared with you. So the 20% now falls on the Eid day, because food is just more than just calories. It's emotions, your culture, your family, love. You can share lots of emotion over just having a meal together. So don't worry about the calories. Everything in moderation is absolutely perfect. Let's get started.
So for the start, we are going to do the marination of the mutton for the biryani. And for the marinade, we will require dana jeera powder, turmeric powder, salt, red chili powder, and ground black pepper, yogurt, garlic and ginger paste. So let's start with the marinades. So for our next item on the menu, which is the starters, we are going to prepare the chicken malai. And we start with cutting the chicken and then make the marinades and put everything together. So you cut the chicken into cubes so that it's easier to skewer and grill them. You can cut them into medium size, something like this. It even cooks evenly and it remains nice, tender, and juicy. So we start with combining the marinade together. Start with the yogurts, garlic ginger paste, adding some lemon juice, salt, black pepper, and dana jeera. Then add fresh coriander, break in some chili, like fresh green chilies, depending on how hot you want them. We will start preparing the rice for the biryani. I have my water heated. We'll soak the rice and leave it for about 10 minutes. So soaking the rice helps it expand the granules of the rice and it cooks easily and becomes more fluffy, and it cooks very well if you soak the rice in like hot water. So it's been a while since we have marinated our mutton, and now we are going to get it from the fridge and start the cooking process. So now we turn on the gas. Start with adding ghee. Whole spices. ginger garlic paste, and let this cook for a while. We add our onions. And let them cook for a while. So the browning of the onions brings a different flavor to the biryani. The caramelization in the onions. So it's a very important step for preparation of the biryani. We can now add the tomatoes and let them cook together with the onions. So as we leave the tomatoes and the onions cooking, we need to add our ground masalas. So we have our dana jeera powder, salt, turmeric powder, black pepper powder, lemon juice, and then mix it all together, and finally we can place the mutton into the pot and cover it to let it cook. We're adding boxed shan masala, boxed biryani masala, to bring more flavor to this biryani. Make sure you turn down the heat to the minimum. Now we are going to bring in the rice and continue with the cooking of the rice. We start by putting the ghee in the pot. Put the whole masalas. And then add a bit of water. You add salt to taste. And then add your soaked rice. Just mix everything well. Now that we have both our mutton and the rice cooking on the stove, we will start with the chicken and probably put it on the grill.
Wow. The place smells so good. What's going on?
Uh, well, we have our mutton and our rice like already cooking, so that's where you get all the aromas from.
Oh wow.
We're going to finish up skewering the chicken malai boti.
Okay.
But before that, we need to finish the process of moistening the chicken.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna add.
Yeah. So before like you skewer, you need to add a bit of olive oil. We're not using normal like vegetable oil, but olive oil. And olive oil, like any type of oil that you do in the marinade,
Yep.
helps in moistening the meat, so that when you're grilling it, it doesn't dry up, and it tastes amazing as well.
So the chef's basically taking care of all the health conscious out there.
So you see, we don't have that many masalas in this.
Yeah.
It's a very simple marinade.
Yeah.
It's got everything that bring out flavor in this. So you don't require to put like so many masalas because you already have biryani to have after that.
Oh yeah. So people can like literally have
Yeah. So if you have
two
everything,
skewers is enough. And of course, looking at the ingredients and the chicken, of course, this is like boneless, right?
Yes.
So it's the breast piece,
Yes.
and it's like just 170 calories per breast. So that means even the calorie is not going over the board. And two skewers, and then enjoying biryani. So this is what's like moderation for those who are watching what they eat, basically.
So to prepare the sheer kurma, we need the vermicelli, we need dates, we need almonds, we need pistachio, we need sugar, and the milk. So now everything is combined in here,
Yep. Put it on the
and we
stove.
can straight away put it on the stove and let it cook.
Okay.
The cooking process for this is not very long, probably just about 10 minutes. So
And a bowl of this dish would just be like around 150 calories because we omitted the
the ghee.
ghee and so we saved a lot of calories by that.
Finally cooking.
Yep.
So we'll come back to check it out in 10 minutes.
Alright.
And try and see how it is, if we need to adjust anything, sugars or anything. On our rice,
The aroma itself is like to die for.
I think this is done.
Yep.
So we have the rice ready. And we can just turn off the gas and cover this to let it stay hot. Also check on this.
Wow, oh my god, that looks so good. The whole meat is just like cooking itself.
Yeah. So leaving this for a few
Few minutes more?
minutes more, probably like 45 to an hour, and it will be
All done.
So finally our rice and our mutton biryani is done, and finally we're going to plate it for the family to enjoy it as a feast. How does this look?
This looks amazing.
our dessert is also ready, so we're going to plate this as well.
So where's our starters? And
Yeah, so we're now plating the starters, and then because dessert is best like served chilled, so I've just thrown it in the fridge.
Okay.
So I'll just plate the starters for you, and then we'll
Yes,
go to the
sure.
dessert.
All right.
And then we can finally get our dessert. Garnishing and finally serve.
Oh wow. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
This marks the end of our Healthy Ramadan 2022 series. Thank you so much, Chef Yusuf from Fired Up Grills, for making our festive meal. I cannot wait to indulge. And with that, I wish you all a very
And
happy Eid
Eid
Mubarak.
Mubarak.